into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be as bad, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. It makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Oops. What's up, you guys? Look, we're not going to be here long. We are not going to be here long, but I did want to come down here so we can talk a little bit about this Corey Holcomb situation. Now, first of all, Evie is already cracking up at my title. Y'all come on in. Listen. So, to be fair, this is a story that I feel like I have heard about in my peripheral, but I have not paid a lot of attention to until I saw the footage tonight, and I was like, whoa. So I kind of went back to get a little bit of the background, because this is a situation that has been going on for almost 2 years. This started in 2024. So this has been going on for a minute. And basically, up until now, it's sort of been a he say, she say situation until we now have footage. Now, I have been trying to find where Corey is telling his side of the story without a bunch of cussing. And I can't. The best thing, I mean, because I'm going to be honest, if I found a couple of clips where Corey is actually telling the story, but listen, this video would not get monetized if I just played Corey's version of the story. Plus, he long-winded, and he go left and he go right, and he talks about it was a clear dark night, and it was a lie. So I'm gonna just play you guys a short that has excerpts of Corey telling his story, so that I can try to get this video monetized. Because, like, seriously, if y'all have ever heard Corey Holcomb, I mean, it's all sorts of this B, B. And I was like, dang, like, the fact that you just called this woman a B 20 times in 1 minute kind of tells me all I need to know. Like, he never called that woman by her name. He called her a crackhead. He called her everything else. So I'm going to let y'all hear him at least tell this story to a certain extent. And then I'm going to read you guys a couple of articles, and then we're going to look at the footage. Okay? Is that cool? Okay, that's cool. All right, so let y'all listen to, this is a short that was done. His name is @ReallyBthePodcast. @ReallyBthePodcast. And this is part 1, which is really all we need is part 1 for y'all to just kind of hear what Corey Holcomb is saying. Now, this is a mashup of Christina's version of the story and Corey's version of the story. They're telling the story of what happened. All right.
A friend of mine by the name of Christina Payne. She is a comedian in Los Angeles, as well as a radio host on Sirius XM with Earthquake. This past December, she was involved in an altercation with a comedian named Corey Holcomb.
The world gets misinformed with fuck shit all the motherfucking time.
I have known Christina Payne for about 20 years at this point. So yeah, I took it a little personally when it comes to these situations, but I'm going to let them tell the story of what happened.
I'm out the improv. I walk out. He is looking at me, like looking at me up and down. He catches me looking at him, watching me type thing. So then he goes, "What you looking at, bitch?"
I was wearing thigh-high boots and a dress. Her holding my purse, smoking weed. Next thing, I hear, "What you looking at, bitch?" And then he says he ready for any and everything.
And he's 12 feet away from me.
First of all, if a woman is looking at you and then you looking at her and she's looking at you, your statement to her is, what you looking at? And then your next statement to her is, what's up? Because I'm ready for anything. Now you calling her the crackhead. You sound like you might have been, because that's just crazy. But okay, let's keep talking.
At this point in time, there's people all in front of us. He reaches over 2 people and walks up to hit me in my face.
This nigga really hit me in my face.
Well, first of all, her stories are so inconsistent. When a dumb bitch lie, a dumb bitch make a fool out of herself. No, this is a crazy bitch, and I became one of her victims. It's a lot of people that's victims of this bitch. Well, this is what happens. When people who ain't shit get jammed up in shit, they make it seem like somebody did something to them.
Right.
Ain't nobody even fought the bitch. The bitch acting like, oh, Corey, a woman beat a bitch. Get your thirsty ass out of here.
It turns out that Christina has been very consistent on telling her story of what's been happening. She's been talking to Tasha K and TMZ. Here's what she said.
Footage shows Corey Holcomb reaching over 2 people and punching me.
The homegirl stood in between us.
And all I tried to do was de-escalate the situation.
You was standing in front of that bitch, and I was worried about you. I had to grab Trina and put Trina to the side and say, don't get involved in this. Didn't I grab you? I said, get from in front of this crazy
He
bitch.
said, step aside. I'm a man. I was
Step aside.
So you tried to de-escalate the situation, but he put you away?
I said, I was telling her it was money on the floor. We all out here working. We don't have time for this. Calm down. We got jobs. I had shows that week. She got shows. You got shows.
Because this bitch is acting like I'm some motherfucker out here dragging bitches on the ground.
Wait, did that happen or...
Now, let's be clear. All she said was that you punched her in the face. She didn't say you drug her down the street. She didn't say that it was a WWE SmackDown in the middle of the... She said you punched her, sir. So you adding all of this extra to it, because she didn't say you did all that. She said you punched her. Let's keep listening.
Didn't happen.
So the bitch steady yelling, fuck you, die nigga. Yo, you should have died on that scooter. All that shit like this. So I muffed the bitch. I walked.
I'm gonna stop right there because, like I said, all the cussing and all of that, I'm gonna stop right there. You muffed her. Now, for those of us who don't know what that means when you say you muff somebody, at least back in my day, muff mean you just like did like that. You know what I'm saying? You just muffed them, right? Let's assume for a minute that he's telling the truth, that all he did was muff her. Sir, you assaulted her. You put your hands on her and you assaulted her. It does not matter how hard or soft you did it. Y'all were arguing and you escalated the situation by putting your hands on her. Now, by your own version of the story, we heard his version of the story. He said, I muffed her. Now, yeah, like a mush. We call it muff, but like a mush. Yeah, same thing. It doesn't matter whether it was open-handed, like, or I mean, it matters from a man putting his hands on a woman, but what I'm saying is from the assault perspective. There's no rule that says assault. Well, I mean, there is assault in the first degree, second degree, but y'all know what I'm saying. If I say somebody assault me, they assaulted me. Somebody put their hand on my face, we're in the middle of an argument, and they do this. It doesn't. You've assaulted me. You have now escalated the situation, right? Now, that's important because Corey, he talking about her story is inconsistent. I listened to 3 different videos of Corey telling this story, and he never told the story the same way. It was always a different. When I say, like, one story, he said that she had been stalking him, and he saw her and he recognized that she was a stalker. Another story, he was saying that Tiffany Haddish was a part of it because Tiffany Haddish got a lawyer to set him up and used her. Like, it's crazy. And again, I would love to play y'all some of those, but y'all heard how much cussing was in that clip that had been cut up. You can only imagine how much cussing he's doing just in his regular conversation. And but I'm going to read you guys this first article in which he filed a restraining order against Christina. He filed a restraining order against Christina. Now, let me read you guys what this article says that he filed against her. So this article says, Corey Holcomb files restraining order against comedian Christina Payne, claims she sucker punched him outside of a comedy club. Corey Holcomb is sharing his side of what went down outside of the Hollywood Improv in December. So again, and the reason why, that's the same date and that's the same location. So it's not two different incidents. We're talking about the same incident that we're getting ready to watch the video of. So this isn't a different incident. It's the same one. Corey Holcomb was accused of physically assaulting fellow comedian Christina Payne during a heated exchange. However, Holcomb has now filed a restraining order against Christina, alleging that she sucker punched him outside of the Improv. He said that Payne allegedly attacked him from behind and hurled profanity-laced rants at him like, "Your mother is a bitch and your D ain't shit. That's why your wrist got broke." He also alleged that Payne's boyfriend, so mind you, this young lady's, well, this woman's boyfriend was out there the whole time, and you're going to see him in the video. He also alleged that Payne's boyfriend intervened and tried to play hero. A judge denied Holcomb's request for a TRO. However, a hearing is scheduled for early next week, and both he and Payne will be able to detail their version of events. Now, again, I really wish I could play y'all one of those versions of the story. I might put the link in the chat. Because he talks about when he had to go to court for this restraining order. And this is when he's saying that Tiffany was setting him up and Tiffany had a lawyer and he didn't even know he had a court date and they were trying to set him up. But the court date is in this article. The article says that they have a court date the next week. So I don't know how he didn't know he had a court date. And the Jasmine brand, that's where I got that article from. And the Jasmine brand knew. But okay, Corey. So in that, he tried to file a restraining order against her. And in his application for a restraining order, he said she assaulted him from behind. Meaning he's making it seem like he was walking away. Okay? So let's read. Let's keep going. So this next article I found, and we're going to read through this one, and then we'll read, and then is this the one I want? I think this is the one I want. I found a couple of articles, but I want to do, okay. So this article is coming from The Root. So I'm going to read you guys this article. If it comes up. Come on. Oh, okay. So this article, now this is from The Root, and this was published in February of 2025. So this would have been about 2 months later. It says, this is the headline. Whoa, you'll never believe who allegedly jumped Corey Holcomb in Los Angeles. Now, I don't know how it got to be somebody jumped him, but okay, I'm going to just read it. Okay. In news that can only be described as, excuse me, what? Comedian Corey Holcomb has filed new legal documents claiming that he was jumped by another comedian. The gag is it's a woman. So first of all, it went from she attacked me from behind and her boyfriend jumped in to I got jumped. And then, but mind you, now he's telling the story and admitting that he put his hands on her. Okay. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Holcomb is seeking a restraining order from fellow comedian Christina Payne, who he alleges both physically and verbally assaulted him in December of 2024. Per the radio host, he alleged that Payne struck him while his back was turned outside of the Los Angeles Hollywood Improv immediately after she began allegedly verbally accosting him and using foul language to speak. Now, he got a nerve to talk about somebody using some foul language. The former comedian he's not a comedian no more, also alleged that Payne's boyfriend Oh, this must be the same thing. My bad. What's more is that Holcomb's version of events are completely different than Payne's, in that she previously told TMZ that she was the one who was allegedly hit in the face by the radio host, and that he was the one who allegedly instigated the altercation before he ran off. Police reportedly took a battery report that day, but no further action after that until him filing this restraining order was taken. Holcomb allegedly talked about doing something to her months prior and acted on it when they saw each other at the Hollywood Improv. A hearing on Holcomb's restraining order is scheduled for Tuesday. So again, I don't know how you didn't know you had a court date when it's all in the paper. So that was another article that details what he said happened. Now, what's interesting, again, we're going to look at the footage. We're going to look at the footage. Somebody said, why have they been protecting him? Why have they been holding on to the footage? I do not know. And maybe TMZ might have put it, somebody might have explained. I don't know what this footage has been for the last 2 years. I don't know why we haven't seen it. I don't know why TMZ didn't get it. Because, you know, TMZ quick to get, because you could tell by the footage that it looks like it's from like a security camera outside of the club, you know, is what it looks like. But I'm going to let y'all look at the audio. I'm going to play it twice. And then we're going to talk about it. Okay. And I'm sure y'all have already seen it. But if you haven't, let's look at it. Now that's her right there. And you can tell they're arguing. That's her right there. That's Corey right there. And you see Corey get in her face. And then he puts his hands on her. Now that's the boyfriend. And you see he immediately jumps in. And then it just goes on from there. I'm gonna play it one more time. Because it ain't no whole lot. But you can tell that they were already arguing about something. What they were arguing about, I don't know. But you could tell that they were already arguing. You could see where she's yelling. He's not even anywhere near her. Now, I don't know where that story came from, where there was people and he had to physically remove one of the women that was there. I don't know where he got that story from. But let's look at it one more time, y'all. Look at it one more. I don't want to show it too many times because, you know, then they'll try to strike a video chat. But let's look at it one more time. Oh, let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back to the beginning. So that again, you can see that's her right here. I don't see another woman unless somebody in one of these hoods, but that looks like a man. We know that looks like a man. That looks like a man. That might be a woman right there. I can't tell. That looks like a man. So I don't know where that Trina was in the way, and I picked Trina up and moved her out of the way. Again, unless all of that happened before we're getting this clip. Okay, now let's look at a little bit. Let's go. All right. So now we see, and you do see where now it looks like her boyfriend is trying to tell her to calm down. You do see where the boyfriend is kind of like, you know, all right, calm down. You know, maybe a little bit, little something. I think this is a woman right here. That jacket looks like a female jacket. Okay. All right. But the woman walks away. You see how the woman walked away? So, Corey, what is the version of the story where you had to pick her up and move the woman out of the way? But okay. Now, Corey is getting ready to walk up to her. Let's pay attention. I wish I could slow this down, but let's pay attention. So Corey walks up. Okay, now he's in her face. Now, to in defense of the boyfriend, it looks like the boyfriend wasn't looking. It looks like the boyfriend wasn't looking, because I feel like if the boyfriend was looking, he might have got involved before it got to that. But he wasn't looking. He's looking at his phone. But okay, now let's look. Pay attention to his hand. Let's see. Now they have it blurred out, so we can't see if that's a closed fist or an open fist. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It doesn't matter. Sir, you walked up in that woman's face and assaulted her. So it really does not matter whether you mushed her or punched her. But at this point, I believe whatever she said happened, because you clearly are a liar. because you put in legal documents that your back was turned to her and she attacked you from behind. That is what you said in your paperwork. Sir, when did that part happen? When did that part happen? Hollywood Unlocked has it unblurred. Okay, hold on. Let me see, because I'm not going to play it unblurred. But let me see what Hollywood Unlocked had. I ain't going to play it unblurred, but let me see. Let's see what it's saying. Hold on.
I was like, man, and it's all...
Let me go to Hollywood Unlocked, because again, I'm not going to play it unblurred. Let's see there. I don't see. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, hold on. Let me see. You know, he punched her. No, he punched her. And sir, you didn't mush nothing. You punched that woman. Dead in her face. Point blank range. You were literally this far from that woman's face and you punched her in her face. So you are a despicable human being, because not only did you punch that woman dead in her face, you lied about it like a little bitch. You tried to twist the turn and tables and say that she put her hands on you, and you even tried to say she attacked you from behind, sir. And for the last 2 years, you have told your story to anybody that would listen that woman, you said that woman was stalking you. You said that she was mad because you didn't want to, sleep with her. You said that she lied and got a lawyer. You even accused this lawyer of malpractice because you said it was all just a setup and that the lawyer was in on it and Tiffany Haddish was in on it and that the whole thing was a lie. Yeah, I'm going to find that. I'm going to put that link in the chat so y'all can just, because again, I'm not going to play it because it's just too much cussing. I mean, it's I thought I could maybe play a little bit of it, but I was like, this is crazy. I'm going to put the link in the chat so y'all can go find that video where he's telling the story, where he's putting Tiffany Haddish in it. I was like, well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Y'all know we've said what we've said about Tiffany Haddish, but I'm like, how she get in it? How Tiffany Haddish get in this? Now, Tiffany Haddish got a lot of shit with her.
I'll tell you something about how this game.
She got a lot of shit with her, but I was like, I mean, I'm gonna get people when they did something, but my goodness. All right, I'm gonna put this link in the chat because we're not gonna be here too much longer. I just wanted y'all to this is the link right here where y'all can hear him tell the whole story about Tiffany Haddish being involved and this lawyer and how Tiffany Haddish set him up and all of that. That's the link right there. I just put it in the chat. Y'all can cut and paste it or whatever. Y'all put it, and look, y'all know what we do over here. It's 113 of y'all. If y'all go watch that video, y'all know what to do. Put it in the comments. ReallyBTV sent me. Let the people know that I sent y'all over there to watch their content. But again, y'all have to just kind of go watch that because again, the cussing and stuff, it's just, I mean, it's B B B B B B B B F F mother F B F B F, and I was like, it's just too much. But yeah, and even in that, he's lying. He admits to the assault in that one. And that one, he admits to the assault. He admits to mushing her. It makes it seem like it's not a big deal. But then he goes on to talk about how they tried to hide the court date from him. And this lawyer is known for being shisty and just a mess. But Corey, at the end of the day, sir, you lied and you've been lying on this woman. Now, I don't know what happened before that night. I don't know what kind of arguments y'all had. I don't know what precipitated that situation. She might have called you all kinds of MFers and cussed you up one side and down the other. I have no idea. I don't know what happened prior to that video. But what I do know is in that video, you were not near her. You were far enough away from her to walk away. I don't care if she was calling you all kinds of SOBs and you got a limp, you know what, and it don't work, and you got to take Viagra, and your mama is like, I know all of that. Let's be clear. I got you. She might have been saying all of that, which I don't believe she was. Now, I believe y'all were arguing, and she probably did say some nasty shit to you, but clearly you know how to give it. You know how to say some nasty stuff too. So y'all probably were arguing and it probably got nasty. And I'm going to tell you what probably happened. And I wasn't there. I don't know nothing about it. It was 2 years ago and I was not there clearly. But I'm going to tell you what probably happened. Your fragile male ego couldn't take it. She was probably getting the best of your ass in the argument. She was probably reading your ass up one side and down the other, and you couldn't handle it. Your male ego, your fragile fucking male ego could not handle it. And you didn't know what to do with yourself. That's what it was. She probably was getting the best of you. And rather than walk away and just say, F you, B, because you could just be like, F you, B, and walk off in the opposite direction. You chose violence, literally. And then you talking about something, her boyfriend tried to play hero. Her boyfriend did what he was supposed to do. As a matter of fact, I feel like you got lucky because it looked like he was looking at his phone when you walked up on his woman. But he immediately, the minute you put your hands on that woman, he did what he was supposed to do. He wasn't playing hero. He was being a hero. Because a bitch like you, see, I'm trying not to cuss now because he didn't cuss so much. He didn't use up my cussing points for this video. I can't even cuss like I want to. But how dare you act like you're the victim in this situation? I don't see how you feel like you're the victim. But DB, you probably didn't get a notification because I literally set it up and went live. You know how YouTube is, child. So I don't even understand how you feel like you're the victim in this situation. And then you actually filed paperwork, court documents. So now, I mean, I don't know what the statute of limitation is on filing a false police report. But sir, you filed a false police report. They said the police showed up and took statements from both of y'all. And if that's the statement that you gave to the police, if you gave the statement to the police, the statement you just put in your restraining order, thank God the judge didn't give you one. Imagine if the judge had given, let's just walk down this road. We're going to do this. We're going to do this for about 10 more minutes. Let's walk down this road for a second. Imagine in my Dominique Morgan voice, imagine if the judge had granted his restraining order based on that version of the story. And as a result, this woman, because a restraining order means you can't be where he is, right? She's a comedian just like you're a comedian. Imagine if this stopped you from working. Imagine if he had gotten that restraining order and now every time you can't work at any of the clubs that he's working at the same time because of the restraining order and it fucked up your money. That is some BA stuff right there. You're the one, you quick to call somebody a bitch, sir. You acting like the biggest bitch. Because it's one thing to lie. Like, people lie all the time to not make themselves sound bad. Like, I get it that you saying I muffed her instead of I punched her. I get that. Because you really don't want nobody to know how nasty of a man you are, that you close fist punch that woman in her face unprovoked. Again, a verbal assault is not a reason. Okay? Shut up, Mims. Mims, you've been on my mind all week. I needed to check on you and I didn't, but you've been on my mind all week. I'm glad to see you, even if you aren't here to troll me. But sir, you are a bitch. And I've never been a Corey Holcomb fan either. I just find you, I mean, there's nothing about you and that's part of the reason why I probably never reported on this story, because there's nothing about Corey Holcomb that I like, and Corey Holcomb is a bitch. There's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And like I said, Tiffany Haddish got her own set of issues, but you trying to bring Tiffany Haddish in this, I think it's kind of effed up too. You put a lawyer in it, accuse the lawyer of malpractice. Now that lawyer could take that video and be like, and again, I haven't been following this story, so maybe the lawyer did. Like maybe there have been some other legal maneuverings going on over the past. Because like I said, it's been going on for 2 years. But he basically has been telling everybody that she just mad because he didn't want to F her, which is really what this boy, that's what he been saying. Oh, she just mad because I don't want to fuck her. Literally, her boyfriend was standing right next to y'all. Anyway, Xavier said, I'm surprised he lied. I thought he was awful putting women through windows. Right. Never been a fan. Well, I'm sorry, because y'all know I told you I have to be at the hairdresser at 8 o'clock in the morning so I can run the errands I need to run and get my butt back in this house before the first snowflake fall. Although I think they changed the time. I don't think it's supposed to snow until I think they said after 6. I think after 6 is supposed to, hold on, let me look. Because I just know my plan is to be back in this house. Hold on, let me look. Let me look at the hour by hour situation going on tomorrow. Okay, hourly. Let's look at the hourly breakdown. Okay, so tomorrow. Wait, what? Okay, now it's saying it's supposed to start snowing at like 10 p.m. Ooh, temperature's going to drop. Ooh, tomorrow morning when I leave here to go to the hairdresser tomorrow morning, baby, it's going to be 12 degrees. But yeah, so I'm going to go to the hairdresser in the morning. I'm going to have to take me a hat. I don't really wear hats a lot, but I'm definitely going to have to take me a hat tomorrow. Because when I come out the hairdresser, my pores are going to be open and all that kind of stuff. I got to take me a hat. And then I got to run over to my mama's house and have a meeting, which I don't think they've canceled. So I got a meeting in the morning, run to my parents' house, get me something to eat. I got to stop at the CVS and get me some toothpaste. I told y'all that earlier today. And then I'm coming home. So I'll see y'all sometime in the afternoon to do Beyond the Gates. Once I get home, me and JB will set that up. Other than that, I got my scarf. I just don't wear hats a lot. But like I said, leaving the hairdresser, I'm definitely going to have a hat on my head tomorrow. Yeah. So depending on what time I get out of my meeting, I'd probably be home by like 3. By like 3. I want to be home before it gets dark. So about 3 or 4. Yeah, I should be back home about 3 or 4. So late afternoon, we'll get Beyond the Gates, and then we'll take it from there. Y'all, but wherever you guys are, whatever the storm is supposed to do, if it's going to affect you in any way, shape, or form, like I said earlier today, please take heed. Listen to what the people are telling y'all to do. Please don't think that you can outsmart Mother Nature. You cannot. Mother Nature is undefeated. I don't care how ridiculous the prediction sounds. Please take heed to what they are telling you guys. If you are in an area that's going to get ice, please Google. I'm sure that your local news stations are putting all sorts of tips and stuff on their websites. Use ChatGPT, go to the Google machine, to go on to the TikTok, find out what kinds of things you can do. If you lose power, find out what kinds of things you can do in that situation. If you, for whatever reason, lose power, which I'm praying that none of us do. Abby said that she went and got some firewood for her fireplace. I've pulled out all my heavy, blankets and stuff like that. I'm going to make sure that in case, just make the proper precautions. Charge all your devices, all of those things, okay? And, as long as, listen, y'all know I'll be checking in on y'all, okay? All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Good night.